So, welcome back to State of Search on AVU Expo. It's a bit dark here, but we're trying to fix that. And we've also tried to fix the sound. That's what's been going on if you've been watching live for the past few minutes. We are doing live interviews today with speakers and attendees at AVU Expo. We're also doing that tomorrow. And what we're trying to do is catch as many different kind of people as possible to give us a total overview of what's going on, what are people working on, and what is important on website. We've had an affiliate already. We've had SEO people. And now we have somebody who's specialized in conversion, which could be the most important thing in a website, right, Stephen Pavlovich?
Yeah, I would say conversion holds everything together, so it can make the SEO more effective. It can give you the budget and the revenue to spend more on affiliate marketing as well. So it can really hold everything together and make each individual channel more effective.
Cool. For those who don't know you, I'm not going to let you look at yourself because that will just be distracting. Could you shortly introduce yourself to those who don't know you?
So I'm Stephen Pavlovich. I do conversion rate optimization for a company called Conversion Factory, based in the UK. Work with clients in all kinds of verticals like gaming, finance, e-commerce, membership sites, so the whole range. And the focus is really on getting quick, aggressive increases in the conversion rate to allow the company then to spend more money on offline advertising, on other channels like email advertising or SEO, PPC, affiliate marketing.
I can imagine that if somebody who doesn't really have the experience in how to build a new website or how to optimize stuff, that for them conversion comes in last. Do you notice that?
Sure, I think there's definitely a degree of that because it's hard to do conversion rate optimization. It's hard to do the testing part of conversion rate optimization unless you have the traffic that will allow you to get accurate results. That said, you can apply a lot of the principles in terms of learning about your customers, learning about what they want and what is stopping them converting. So you can still apply that. The missing piece is split testing. So it's still good business to apply conversion optimization from the start, and everybody should. It just gets easier when you've got more traffic to be able to split test as well.
Can you also look at a website just by design and say, well, this is going to convert or this is not going to convert?
You can definitely tell to a certain degree. So there are some obvious indicators that you can look for in terms of how easy is it to find the main call to action, what does this company want us to do, how well are they selling their benefits, what are the objections and how do they address those, and then how easy is it to proceed through the sales process. The difficulty is that every website and everyone's customers are going to be different, so it's not always easy to say exactly why they're not selling themselves in a particularly good way or not. You really need to be able to understand more about the company and their customers and their competitors to be able to know how they should be optimizing it. But there's a certain amount that you can tell without that, but that element is going to make the difference.
We're in an affiliate conference now. Is conversion the most important thing for affiliate?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Conversion is basically taking people from one step to another. So affiliate marketing is all about converting people from prospects into customers. So obviously there are other parts that will link in with that, like getting the traffic there in the first place or doing ongoing sales. But conversion optimization generally covers the entire process from the acquisition of traffic through to lifetime customer value. So I'll be looking at the kind of advertising that you're using to get people onto your website, the landing pages that you're using, right through to how you persuade people so that they're motivated to convert before they even reach the merchant's website, through to lifetime customer value as well.
Suppose I don't have any money. How can I best do conversion optimization? Which tools can I use? Can I do it for free? Can I do it myself?
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is conversion optimization, it's not like SEO where if another company has a bigger link budget, then it's harder to compete with them. Conversion optimization, you're really on a level playing field. It's very easy to find out why visitors to your website aren't converting. You can ask them in person if you can speak to them at a conference or at an event or even in the street. You can do on-site survey tools, and a lot of them are available for free, like KISS Insights or 4Q. They're both available. They have free plans available that will give you a good insight into why people aren't converting. And then even the testing tools themselves, like Google Web Optimizer, is available for free. So if you've got no money at all, you're still in a good position because it should make you hungry and it should make you able to get those wins just as easily as anyone else.
You make your living out of conversion optimization. Is it a different kind of business than, for example, the SEO business?
Yeah, I think the main difference between conversion and SEO from a practitioner's point of view is that there's slightly less of an ongoing relationship between the practitioner and the client. In that with SEO, it's an ongoing battle between your client and their competition. So even if you do a great job of the on-site SEO today and some link building today, you need to maintain that month by month. With conversion optimization, it's slightly different, and that's great for the client. It's also not so great for the practitioner, in that if we were to improve a company's conversion rate today, the likelihood is that 6 months from now or a year from now, they would still be benefiting from that increase in the conversion rate, which is it's great to generate the ROI. The downside is that it's harder from the practitioner's point of view to continue to engage the clients, because generally what we find is that, say we're working together for 6 months, the initial opportunities will get us some very, very big increases in the conversion rate, because obviously we're going after the easiest and the biggest opportunities first. From that point forward then, that is when you need to invest in more complex or longer term goals, which can still have just as big an impact on the conversion rate, but they're by their very nature slightly harder to get. But that also gives you an advantage, because a company that sees conversion optimization through is going to have a massive advantage over their competition, and that will create a barrier to entry for them.
So how long do you work on a client? Does it take weeks, months, years, maybe?
Normally we'd see the first results within a few weeks, so certainly within the first couple of months. Most clients tend to work aggressively on conversion optimization for somewhere between 6 and 12 months. Normally what we find at Conversion Factory is that the client often needs to spend some time taking stock and improving and increasing the company itself. We've had clients who need to get 2 or 3 more warehouses to expand in size, or to take on more staff to be able to cope with the increased demand, because conversion optimization can have that effect on the business, which is great, but it then means they can then get bigger and better, and by the time they take conversion optimization to the next level, they're going to expand even further.
Have you seen many clients that didn't anticipate the change it was going to make for them in their company, and then got into trouble?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we've had clients who've, like I say, they've had to pause temporarily because they needed 2 more. They had 1 warehouse, they needed 2 more of the same size. Some clients have had to switch back to an original variation because they wouldn't be able to cope with the increased sales, so they just would drip feed it in gradually to allow themselves to cope. So yeah, it can have an effect. I mean, some clients have seen the impact literally overnight from day 1 to day 2.
That sounds as if you can turn conversion on and off.
Yeah, you can do it to a degree. I mean, obviously most people would never want to do that. They're more than happy with increased sales. That's only an issue if there's a problem with the scaling. So normally with most clients of mine, I make sure that there's no barrier to scaling, so that we can get started, we can go full throttle straight away.
You're speaking here on AVU Expo. You spoke already, actually. What did you speak about?
So today I was talking about persuasion and how persuasion can affect conversion optimization, because ultimately I see conversion optimization as 2 things. One is persuasion and the other is usability. So on the one hand we have making people want to take a certain action, and the second is making sure that they're able to do it as easily as possible. So when you put the 2 together, that's conversion optimization. So today I was looking at persuasion in terms of, if you run an e-commerce website or a membership site, how can you use psychological principles to increase the likelihood that someone will take a specific action?
There was a lot of applause when you ended, so I think people liked it. Did you get a lot of questions?
Yeah, we did have a lot of questions. I'm not sure whether the applause was because I'd finished or because they enjoyed it, but yeah, the good thing about conversion optimization is you always get a lot of questions. There are so many different facets to it that you can talk about, from advertising to psychology to individual techniques in terms of design or layout. So there's always lots of opportunity to talk about it.
I'm asking everybody who sits on this couch. There's a panel going on right now, the future of SEO. But I'm asking everybody to get out that crystal ball and kind of make a prediction, looking 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead, whatever, and making a prediction. What are the biggest changes we're seeing right now, which are going to be huge, according to you?
So I think there's, I guess, a little bit of a land grab in conversion optimization at the moment, in that not everybody is doing it. So it's kind of like SEO was, say, 5-6 years ago, where some people were, some people weren't, and the ones who were doing it then have got the advantage now. But we'll see the same thing with conversion optimization. If you get that increase in your conversion rate now, you can increase your customer base, which will then mean that you can increase sales longer term as well. So I think that's one of the key things that we'll see. Second to that is we'll see more sophistication in terms of conversion optimization, both at the higher end and at the lower end as well. So we'll see it becoming easier and simpler for people to split test, which is the case with a lot of tools now coming out, making it very easy for people to do landing page split tests. And at the higher end, we'll see more sophisticated software, so tools that allow you to personalize the content of your page according to the type of visitor who's landing on it.
What would you tell people who come to AFU Expo? What should you think about if you go to a conference like this?
In terms of conversion, or
well, no, like conversion, how to get something out of the conference.
the main thing that I've found useful is taking learnings from all kinds of different industries. So it doesn't matter whether the person is talking about offline advertising or Facebook marketing or PPC. So many of the principles are going to be common across all of them, and often some of the best insights come from taking something that's true in one industry and applying it to another. Like today in my presentation, we're talking about how we can learn from cults or offline advertising or gym membership, or all kinds of sources can give us inspiration that we can then apply online, and often these are some of the most effective techniques. And I think it's the same coming to a conference like this, where there are so many different industries meeting together at one event.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stephen Pavlovich. Where can we find you online?
I am at conversionfactory.com and conversionfac on Twitter.
We'll find you. Thank you very much. So this again was a live interview coming from AFU Expo in Munich, and we are going to go and record this one again, and then we're going to go try to get some new speakers and attendees sitting right here on this couch, which is sponsored by Linkdex, and we're very grateful for that. And I'll just move the camera a little bit so that all the sponsors can see. Everybody can see the sponsor who made this possible, and we're very happy to do this. So be sure to check out all the other interviews. They're already on State of Search, and be sure to check out our AFU Expo page, which not only shows the posts but also shows videos and the live stream of these interviews, so you can actually join in there and ask questions if you want to, using Twitter. So until next time, thank you.